A shocking twist unfolded as a dominant arm completely shut down one of the most powerful lineups in the game, leaving a big-name star with a rare off night. This wasn't just another matchup, it was a statement performance that stunned fans, rattled momentum, and reminded everyone how quickly the script can flip. Analysts are breaking down what went wrong, rivals are taking notes, and the big question now is how the team responds after such a humbling moment. Was this just an off night, or could it signal deeper challenges ahead? Stick around, because this bombshell showdown has ignited questions that could define the battles to come. If you're a Dodgers fan, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss breaking Dodgers news and updates. Tonight, we're diving into a story that has sent shockwaves across Major League Baseball, because it wasn't just any night in San Diego. It was one of those nights where Darvish reminded everyone that when he's locked in, he can still completely silence even the most powerful lineup in the game. And unfortunately for the Dodgers, they were the ones on the receiving end of a performance that felt almost surgical. This wasn't just about a few strikeouts or a couple of nice innings. This was Darvish turning back the clock, shutting down the Los Angeles Dodgers in a way that's left fans stunned, analysts buzzing, and the baseball world wondering if this was a rare off night for one of the biggest names in LA's lineup, or the beginning of a troubling trend. The Dodgers entered this matchup with momentum. They'd been swinging the bats well, putting together strong at-bats, and building a reputation for grinding down pitchers early in games. Shohei Ohtani had been tearing the cover off the ball, Freddie Freeman continued to be his steady self, and Mookie Betts was locked in at the top of the order. But baseball, as it always does, has a way of humbling even the most talented stars. And on this particular night, Darvish became that humbling force. From the very first inning, you could sense something different. Darvish's fastball had life, his cutter was darting in on the hands, and his splitter was disappearing just as hitters thought they had it tracked. The Dodgers, who normally thrive on making adjustments, looked completely out of rhythm. Fans watching at home could almost feel the frustration through the screen. At bat after at bat, the Dodgers stars were left shaking their heads, walking back to the dugout after weak contact or strikeouts. Darvish wasn't overpowering them with pure velocity, he doesn't need to. Instead, he relied on his deep arsenal of pitches, mixing speeds, and painting the corners in a way that made every at-bat feel like an unsolvable puzzle. By the third inning, the tone of the game had shifted dramatically. Instead of asking when the Dodgers would break through, fans and commentators alike were wondering if they would break through at all. This was more than just a frustrating loss, it was rare. The Dodgers have built a reputation as one of the most consistent offensive teams in baseball, and for a star-studded lineup to be held this silent says a lot about Darvish's execution. Shohei Ohtani, who has been nothing short of electric this season, looked mortal. His timing was off, his swings lacked that trademark authority, and Darvish seemed to know exactly how to attack him. The duel between Ohtani and Darvish had been hyped up before the game, with fans excited to watch two Japanese stars face off in a major league showcase. But on this night, it was Darvish who stole the spotlight, winning that battle in convincing fashion. Freddie Freeman didn't fare much better. Normally the type of hitter who thrives against pitchers that nibble around the edges, Freeman found himself chasing pitches he would typically spit on, falling behind in counts, and rolling over on ground balls. Even Mookie Betts, who usually sets the tone with energy and table setting, couldn't find a way to get things started. It wasn't just one star having an off night, it was the entire heart of the order, neutralized in a way Dodgers fans rarely see. What makes this all the more shocking is that Darvish himself has had an up and down season. He hasn't always looked this sharp, and there have been moments where he's struggled with command. But against the Dodgers, he looked rejuvenated, like the vintage version of himself that fans in Texas and Chicago remember. Every time it felt like LA might be on the verge of making noise, Darvish tightened the screws, delivering another devastating pitch in a big moment. His confidence grew with each inning, and the Padres dugout could sense it. As the game wore on, the Dodgers' frustration became evident. Teoscar Hernandez, one of the few hitters who has been a spark plug in the middle of the lineup, took some aggressive swings, But even he couldn't deliver the breakthrough moment fans were desperate for. Will Smith, who has been such a steadying presence behind the plate and in the order, couldn't figure Darvish out either. It was one of those rare nights where the Dodgers, a team built around balance and depth, looked completely overmatched. Of course, credit also goes to the Padres' game plan. They clearly studied the Dodgers' tendencies and leaned into Darvish's strengths. The way he attacked certain hitters, the pitch sequences he chose, and the defensive alignments behind him all pointed to a team that came prepared. For Padres fans, it was a moment of vindication seeing their veteran ace rise to the occasion against the division's powerhouse. For Dodgers fans, though, it was a wake-up call. Now, here's the question that looms large: was this truly just a rare off night for the Dodgers stars, or does it signal a potential weakness that other teams might try to exploit moving forward? Baseball is always a game of adjustments. One great pitcher dominates, teams study the film, and suddenly other pitchers try to copy the approach. We've seen it before. When a team finds a blueprint to slow down a dominant lineup, it can spread around the league. For the Padres, this wasn't just a win, it was a statement. They've been trying to prove they can hang with the Dodgers in the NL West, and performances like this fuel that belief. Darvish's gem not only gave San Diego a crucial victory but also injected energy into a fan base that has long been hungry to see their team consistently challenge LA. Dodgers fans, meanwhile, are left with plenty of questions. Was Ohtani pressing too much in his at-bats against Darvish? Did Freeman expand the zone more than usual out of frustration? And will Betts, who has carried the team at times this season, bounce back quickly? These are the storylines that will carry into the next series, because in LA, expectations are sky high, and anything less than excellence feels like a crisis. But here's the silver lining: the Dodgers have proven time and again that they know how to respond to adversity. One bad night doesn't define a season, and in fact, it can sometimes serve as motivation. This lineup is too talented, too disciplined, and too experienced to let one pitcher's masterpiece derail them. Still, fans will circle the next matchup with Darvish on the calendar, eager to see if the Dodgers stars can deliver payback. In the end, this was one of those nights that remind us why we love baseball. A veteran pitcher, written off by some, rises to the occasion and delivers a performance for the ages. A powerhouse lineup, full of stars, gets humbled, and fans are left debating what it means for the bigger picture. For the Dodgers, it was a rare stumble. For Darvish, it was a statement that he's still capable of brilliance. And for everyone watching, it was a game we won't forget anytime soon. So Dodgers Nation, what do you think? Was this just one of those rare off nights where everything went wrong at once? Or do you think Darvish exposed something about this lineup that other teams will try to copy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is a conversation every fan needs to have. And if you love getting Dodgers updates, breaking news, and in-depth coverage like this, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because we'll keep you locked in all season long with the biggest stories and analysis you won't find anywhere else.